Hi everyone, I'm Bianca Valerio and welcome to another episode on Come Away With Me with Bianca Valerio. Okay, I'm taking you guys to New York. Now, if you guys have been following me on my Instagram last November, I was in New York. I even went to Rhode Island. I went to Massachusetts. I went to all these different places. But for this episode, I'm taking you to New York. And not just New York City, but New York. I have to admit, that's why I kept saying, why is there a New York City in New York? And I realized that New York is so much bigger than the city. It's so much bigger than Manhattan. No shit. I know my mom is saying this right now. Bianca, you should be ashamed of yourself that you don't know this. For some of you guys, all we see is NYC, the Big Apple, Times Square and Rockefeller Center and all these things. But for this episode, I want to show you guys something that is, I guess, how I experienced New York. Because I'm sure some of you, when you guys are going to watch this, it's like, oh my god, she hasn't even been to this place. She didn't even do that place. She didn't even eat there. No. So this is not a travel guide. This is just purely sharing with you why I love New York. So we're starting off with number one. I love watching Broadway plays. So some of the plays that I watch, obviously you can take videos inside of the play itself.
No! God, please, no! No!
So the first play that we watched, it was Hamilton. Oh my god, it was really, really good. Okay, do I like traditional versus this kind? Well, Hamilton, the reason why it's so popular is because, if you know your typical Broadway musical, it's like la 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 la, like la 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 la. Oh. But this one, it's like Broadway meets hip-hop meets R&B. Really so good. Imagine you're learning a history lesson in the form of hip-hop. How cool is that, right? And in Times Square, nonetheless. Okay, then the other play that we watched was Anastasia. Anastasia, when I was growing up, it was such an intriguing story. Like, did she really survive or did she really die? So we don't really know. And to make it into a play, it was really, really funny how the audience was just swooning for the male lead. I mean, look at him. He is like super cute. And what I loved about him, the whole cast, they were just so kind, giving autographs, just taking photos of everybody. Like, they really made the effort and the time to greet all their fans. And look at them. They're just so good looking, so talented. Absolutely loved the Anastasia musical. Okay, what else did I watch? Miss Saigon. Oh, okay. So it's my fourth time to watch it. I've watched it in London. I watched it in Manila. I watched it in New York a long time ago. And then I'm watching it again. And I got to watch it with my daughter. I love you, Lea Salonga, but I do have to say, maybe, I don't know, maybe it was just a better day, it was better weather, or maybe I'm just older, but the performance of the girl who played Kim, I was bawling my eyes out, seriously. And the man who played the engineer, and I was so happy to find out he was actually Filipino. So amazing. Unfortunately, it's no longer playing after so many years. I think more than 10 years. Is it 20 years? I can't remember. But for so many years, they have been doing that run, a successful run. So congratulations to Miss Saigon. And I'm so happy I got to watch it until the very end. I believe they had finished their couple of shows just this month, this January. Okay, and last but not the least, my ultimate favorite, School of Rock. If you guys watch the movie, you're gonna love the play. Okay guys, this is one of the last plays that we're gonna be watching as I'm rounding off my trip here in New York. Of course, as you can see, it's School of Rock. And this is like my third take because I keep saying Chris Rock, but hi, it's Jack Black. The musical is by Andrew Lloyd Webber, so I can be sure that it's going to be quite amazing. Okay, show's almost starting. Oh my god, that was so good. I think if I was recording my face, I was like this the whole time. My sister is the most square person, but now she's starting to do this. Guys, it's so good. I think what makes it so amazing is that the kids are actually playing the instruments. It's just so nice to see all these kids, and my family is like taking a photo in between, and I'm like, right? It's just, no, it's so good. It's super good, guys. And I'm so excited what the ending is. oh my god, this has to be probably one of the best plays I've ever watched. I think the fascination with Stranger Things, you know, because you love all the child stars and you feel like they're your friends, so you just want to cuddle with them. And that's exactly how I felt, or the whole audience felt about School of Rock, where the kids were just so awesome. And if you guys love the movie, you are going to love it live. School of Rock, only on Broadway, New York, baby. So that was my Broadway musical experience. Now from plays to something even more, what's the word, in real life. You know, New York is a famous place where they film a lot of TV and movie locations. But the best part is actually meeting a celebrity yourself. Oh my god, so this is just what happened. My face is so oily. So I'm here at the Met Museum and I just happened to be standing by the stairs and I could have sworn I saw this guy. I was like, oh my god, is that Liam Neeson? And then I was like, no, it can't be. And then it is. And then I approached him ever so nicely and I said, hello, I don't mean to be rude, but is it okay if I can have a photo with you? And then he said, no. But in a really nice way. And then he put out his hand and then he shook my hand and then he said, where are you from?
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of a rumba beat.
And then I go, I'm from the Philippines. And he goes, what you're wearing is so hot. Guys, it is so hot. Yesterday was so cold, but anyway, it is so hot. But anyway, so the point is, he was so nice. And then I was having another photo taken maybe after 5 minutes by the stairs, and as I was about to pose, he swoops in just like the movie Taken. I was taken by Liam Neeson and he steals in for the shot. That was the greatest photo bomb ever. And I introduced him to my whole family and it was so nice. So very, very kind. He was such a hot gentleman. Love him. Guys, he was like the sweetest and he was so tall and he was just amazing, and then he met my family and then he was so kind and it was really, really lovely. If you think about it though, the way he swooped into my waist, that could have been an attacker. That could have been someone that could have been stabbed and shot by the police or slapped by me. But no, it was Liam Neeson. So it was okay that I was taken for the shot. Yeah, that was so good. Another reason why I love New York, well, you know, I am a tourist, so I'm not from New York. And maybe people from New York may find this so touristy, but of course, who doesn't love Times Square? And that's why I got to celebrate, actually, New Year's. No, that's why I got to, no, was it New Year's? Halloween. Halloween, sorry. Okay, I loved it, and then that's exactly where I spent Halloween. It's actually quite similar to when I spent Halloween in Shibuya the year before. That's actually on my Instagram. That's actually on my YouTube if you guys check that out. So it's 8:30 p.m. here at Times Square in New York, and to be honest, for a Halloween night, I was expecting there'd be a lot more people in Halloween costumes. It certainly was super wild in Shibuya in Japan last year, but that's not to say I'm certainly not disappointed. The energy is so vibrant, and unfortunately today there was an accident, or I don't want to say it, but like a terrorist attack by the 9/11 Memorial, and now things seem to be calm, and I'm glad that we're safe. But this is Halloween, New York City, and I'm just so grateful to be here. Forget the costume. I'm happy. That's all I need. The other thing I love about New York, 24 hours. Any time of the day, you can walk the streets, never feel like you're by yourself, but at the same time, you still feel alone because everyone's just minding their own business. I love that. All the bright lights, and of course, you're gonna get hungry. So the other thing that I love, who doesn't love New York cheesecake? And our tourist guide had told us that, of course, you get it from Junior's. Mom, I'm supposed to say that. Mom always does this. She always script bombs me. Okay, so maybe I got a little ahead of myself because I do love dessert. That is the whole point of the meal. And then I think one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten, at least most recently, Italian restaurants. Oh God, you guys have got to try Carmines, which is also by Times Square. Okay, so we finally made it to Carmines. You know, it's 11:15 p.m. and there's still so many people. Every time we pass this restaurant, it's always packed. So Sardi's, we had that last night. That restaurant is 90 years old. And Carmine's like Drew Barrymore apparently has been here. Tina Fey has been here too. But we've been here. So hyped. So we are super excited the way it's set up here. If American servings already is so big, it's even bigger here because they actually encourage that everything is shared. So we only got 3 dishes. We have the starter, the pasta, and a shrimp parmigiana. Rather than have a menu, the menu is actually right there. Oh my God, that meal was so good. Like the artichokes, the everything. I admit the service was not the greatest, but we'll get to another episode with that later on. But Carmine's, the celebrities hang out there. It was so packed. It was so good. Definitely something that you guys should try out. And of course, it would not be a trip to New York if you guys don't visit the Rockefeller Center and Bryant Park. So first, Rockefeller Center, you know, that's where that golden statue is, and then people are just ice skating. And then, you know, I didn't get to go ice skating, but I did have a meal, which is like in the cafe surrounding the ice rink. And it was just nice. It was nice seeing the festive holiday. And in fact, they were even already starting to build a giant Christmas tree. So just to be a part of that New York Christmas spirit was truly, truly nice. And then Bryant Park. So of course, that's where they hold Fashion Week. But that is where I shot my Christmas episode where I took you guys to Lapland to meet Santa and his reindeer sleigh. So that's another place, a newer place where they also do the ice skating, and just it has a little Christmas village as well where you can go shopping. I got to sample some hot chocolate. Really nice, very warm and cozy even in the dead of winter. So of course, you know, as a tourist, when you go to places, you really want to maximize your time and get to visit as many places that you can within the vicinity. So with New York, I also got to visit the Hamptons. So if you guys don't know what the Hamptons are, well, Hamptons is the very famous place where all the rich and the famous like to vacation in the summer. Now, since I got to go on a very low season, of course, it was quite empty. So you'll see this. That is so funny. So Jerry wanted us to stop so that I could take a photo by the sign that says you're now entering Southamptons, which is like the place to be. And funny enough that from the storm that happened like a few days ago, in this whole row, there's only one tree that crashed. And guess where it landed? Welcome to Southamptons, even if the sign is off. I just had to stop by. It's called Foxhall, and this house over here is a beauty. Okay, so apparently this house belongs to Bon Jovi. Number 6. Okay, so I got myself a free croissant, their bestseller. Thank you to Fritz. I think it was Fritz, right? It's a fried croissant. Like, it couldn't get unhealthier than that, but they say everything fried is always good. So it has a raspberry inside, has some sugar on top. Oh my god, do you see that? There's like barely any bread and it's just all filling. That is fantastic. Beach Bakery, Fritz, thank you for the recommendation. Great way to start my morning. Let's go. Well, at least I got to see all the beautiful houses. They were so big. And the croissant, people. That croissant, a fried croissant, there was more jam than there was inside the croissant. So to the baker from that bakery from West Hamptons, thank you so much. And I promised I was going to post this. I'm sure he wasn't expecting it 2 months later. But anyway, I think ultimately what rounds up New York is there's so much culture. The city is so alive. You get to walk into all these different museums from the Met. And of course, it's the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then there's the Guggenheim Museum. You get to see like the Plaza Hotel. Even if it's a hotel, it's still historical. A lot of movies have been shot there, and a lot of people have stayed there as well. It's just, there's so much to see, and of course there's Central Park, the ultimate romantic place to be. And I love that it really is a sanctuary within an urban jungle. There's so many things to love about New York, and there's always a reason to go back. So for now, that is my lovely list of my experience in New York last November, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's also the written post on BiancaValerio.com, and don't forget there's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Until next time, I'm Bianca Valerio. Bye guys!